Heyo, Gladman here. So talking about Jack Reacher, annoyingly, I already made a video about Jack Reacher and the book, but I'm redoing it because close to the end of it, I fumbled the ball, and this is the thing. And I don't have my cool hats, either of my cool hats, so you're just gonna have to deal with what it is. Anyhow. So Jack Reacher, for those of you that don't know, he's a character in a book series. And the book series is like 15 books long. I don't know. It could be more, close to 20. I don't know. I read like a bunch of them. And then at a certain point, I stopped because it was like, to me, very repetitive and like, okay, I got it. It's like Dirk Pick novels, which I never read, but my mom did. And when she described him, it just felt like, okay, rinse, repeat, same thing. I don't really like that stuff. That's not my jam. But I will say this. Jack Reacher as a character is super fascinating, super interesting, very enjoyable. I would highly suggest everyone get like a couple novels in. Like, it's good. Like the first, you read like 4 or 5 novels. You're like, oh, this is enjoyable. And then you may or may not get to that point of like, okay, I'm kind of over it. Anyways, so, neither here nor there. So there's the book series, which is fun and enjoyable. And then there is the, I just realized I have to include all 3 of these. So there's the book series, and then there's the Tom Cruise 1-2 movies, and then there's the Alan Richardson 2 seasons, I think. And I guess we're just going to talk about it all because why not? So the books are what I described. Tom Cruise movies, the first one was perfect. Like a perfect movie in my opinion. And I haven't seen the second movie in a long time. I think it was technically good except for the end. The end was like flawed. And then the Alan Richardson TV show on Amazon, the first season was really good. Was like a perfect season. And the second season, I felt like was not good. I felt like they added all this Hollywood mumbo jumbo stuff, and it took away from the quality. Those are my opinions. This is what I'm saying. I just, nah. So the short version of it is, read a couple books. 4 or 5, do Audible if you want, whatever. Definitely watch the first Tom Cruise movie. And this is kind of what I want to focus on, and what the original video I was making is that the Jack Reacher movie to book thing is a rare situation where the movie is actually better than the book, in my opinion. And one could argue about little things. The key thing that stuck out in my mind and this resonated for all this time was what the movie decided to do was change where the villain's like spot was, where the final thing was, and how they did it. And it made it so awesome and so enjoyable and worth watching. Having read the book before, I was like, oh my God, this is holy moly. It was Lord of the Rings level of different and amazing. And it really, to me, I feel like justified why they were like, let's do another movie. And I haven't really looked into who did the second movie and if it was the same people or whatever. But the second movie really didn't hold a candle to the quality of the first movie. The quality of the first movie, there was things in there that were like done in a proper way for a mystery, in the sense of give you a hint or even a like clue of what it is, the thing, and allow you, the audience, to be like, wait, is that significant? I don't know. And then they reveal it because your lead character is like really smart and really capable. And then you're like, oh God, yeah, that makes so much sense. Oh my God, why didn't I think of that? And it's a wonderful experience that allows you, the audience member, to be involved and be curious. And I think they did a terrific job in that. Similarly, the first season of the Reacher series on Amazon was that. And I will say this, for those of you who know the world or the series, Alan Richardson is the correct embodiment of Reacher. Like, he's physically what Reacher should be. Tom Cruise is physiologically or mentally what Reacher should be, but not physically, like at all, like in no metric whatsoever. Physicality wise, yes, but body size and body size, he's not there. Persona, kind of, but not really. And if you read enough of the books, you're like, no, Reacher's kind of got a certain affectation. And Tom Cruise, doing the first Reacher movie, he kind of made it his own and did his own thing, which is not a bad thing. It's just kind of weird because it's like, well, you're almost there, but you're not it. Whereas if you read the books and you watch the Amazon show, you're like, yeah, no, for sure. Alan Richardson is this guy. I will say this, though. Alan Richardson, as a character, or playing Reacher, he does it well. As a person, But then the second season happened, and then you're like, you guys added all this other stuff that just kind of dilutes. And it's this thing of it's a show about Reacher, but we have 3 supporting characters. So the character of Reacher diminishes, and it takes away from the lead character, which isn't the end of the world, but it feels very Hollywood. So suffice to say, if nothing else, read a book or two, watch the first Tom Cruise movie, watch the first season of Alan Richardson's Reacher on Amazon, and I think you will have a thorough enjoyment if you do all that. And that's all I have to say, is I enjoyed that. Yeah, again, I want to reiterate, there was this amazing thing in watching Tom Cruise's movie where the final scene, the final, it's not the final scene, it's the final last 20 minutes. That whole thing, in a weird way, it felt so Hollywood, but also not. It felt organically Hollywood, if that makes sense. I felt removed and no, that's how I would do it. And there's this amazing, hi Perrin, there's this amazing conversation where Tom Cruise is on the phone with one of the main villains and yada yada yada, and he just does this thing, and you're like, yes, and it was so exciting the first time I saw it, and it's still exciting. I re-saw it. It's still exciting. It's still those moments that you, as a viewer, as a connoisseur of good entertainment, are like, yes, that is the right thing. That is the right way to say that, and yes. And, yeah. So I want you all to enjoy that. That's it for now. Flyman out. Love you all. Bye.